Ready? Right. We should be live. YouTube says we're live. Hello, everyone. Right. You guys introduce yourself. I'm gonna have to go get my printer out of my cupboard.
I love you starting a live stream. And then
All of the pressure's on you.
leaving.
That's normal for me. Usually something's broken somewhere.
Oh, no, that's fine. I can definitely I can do a unit of talk. Hey everyone, welcome to the Mellow Labs channel. I am not your usual host. My name is Allie of Katz Creates, and I am joining y'all today for some probably much needed 3D printer maintenance. Now, I'm not judging because I too need to do some 3D printer maintenance. I am definitely going to be doing maintenance on my Prusa Mark IV today. If I have time, I might do maintenance on other printers as well. But this is the one that I use the most right now and has literally never gotten maintenance. It's not that old, to be fair, in my defense. But all the same.
Which one do you have? Because all Prusas look the same to me.
This is the Mark IV.
That's the Mark IV, right?
Yeah, Mark IV, not Mark IVS, just Mark IV. But I did, if I'm not mistaken, I got this pretty much like when they came out. It's the only time I have done that. Like, I am not typically a get a thing the day it comes out kind of person, like with phones or printers or anything. I'm usually the wait until they work out all the kinks kind of person.
That's very fair, especially in this day and age.
I made an exception for this one because I love my Mark IIIS so much that I was just kind of like, I feel good about this. I feel confident about this being a good printer and being a good printer for me.
My Z-axis is definitely well lubed.
Is well lubed? Oh yes, it is. Well, I don't know. It's well lubed, but it's not clean.
It's not clean, like, but it's well lubed.
That's definitely what
I mean. Would you rather it be? All right. Well, let's. How did you get started with 3D printing? Let's start with that.
Oh, this is going to be an Alley Cats retrospective as well.
Sure. Well, I'll ask Joseph as well. Don't worry.
Oh, that's good. Then I feel a little bit better. As to say, I will get started on my.
I mean, we can switch to Joseph if you prefer to have some time to think about it.
Oh no, it doesn't actually require a great deal of thinking, to be fair. So I am going to stand up briefly and see if I still have some Q-tips, because I do. I need a Q-tip. I'm gonna do a little bit of nozzle cleaning while I talk.
That is fair.
Because my nozzle is schmutzy. I might even see if I can like zoom in.
Ooh, very fancy.
I have. It's of course gotten all dark, but we can fix that.
Right. Quick thing for chat. Hello, everyone. I'm glad you're all very. I was going to say patient, I guess. We did have, and we'll still have some issues. But yeah, we're excited to be here. If you guys have any questions, we will periodically, every so often, Joseph will have a look at the chat for us and read out what's there. So if you guys have any questions that are 3D printer related or just related in general, give us a shout.
I feel like between the three of us, we know a fair amount about 3D printing.
Well, I probably have the least amount of 3D printing knowledge here because I've started printing. Well, I got my first printer like at the end of 2020. At the end of 2020, I got an Ender 3, and
okay.
So I'm very late to the game. I got in when it was starting to get convenient, and then realized that it got way more convenient right after I joined, and I spent more money upgrading my printer than I did. Than I did on the actual printer.
Fair. I am also, while I'm here, I'm gonna, I think, maybe even take my nozzle off and have a little clean underneath it, because I'm just looking at it,
right,
and I'm seeing a little bit of schmutz. It looks like
a little bit of schmutz.
Little schmutz. Yeah. FYI to the audience, I might be Jewish. If you can't tell by the random interjections of,
That is a very nice camera. You have definitely overspent on this live stream.
I have not overspent on the live stream. Don't worry. I have overspent in life. But that's okay because this is also going to be my YouTube video filming camera. So, like there's reasons.
Nice.
So yeah, let's get in here real quick.
Wow, you have a special tool for removing your.
I do. So let's just say this thing here actually comes with the printer, but the little screw, whatsy doos it, was given to me by Eric Cederberg of former 3D Verkstad, and he designed this. If I'm not mistaken, it says Olson Ruby on it.
Nice.
Now we can zoom back out of it. Hey, and yeah, like it's a little schmutzy up there. So yeah, we're gonna give this a little once over.
Actually, this
this is actually a sorry, I was gonna say this is actually a Nozzle X nozzle, so it's hardened to shit, which means I can also apologize if
no, that's fine.
if I shouldn't swear.
Nah, you're fine. Everyone here is an adult, I think. I hope.
Is a consenting adult.
I mean, yeah, probably not.
I can scrape at it. Could be a little rough with it. Basically.
Oh, I just sprayed alcohol all over my keyboard. Ah.
It's fine. It's just extra clean now. It's just extra clean now. But yeah.
No, I'm pressing all of the buttons. Forgot to turn off my keyboard before wiping it and
And now we have no stream. Oh, hey.
Wait, we don't? What? Oh, okay.
I know, it's back. It's back.
Worried me.
Okay. It just disappeared. Disappeared for a brief moment, you know?
Let's do that. I wanted to switch over to my camera because for some reason my other camera is not playing very well with the stream. So for me to get close-ups, right, there's not actually a lot for me to do on this printer. I wanted to bring out my Ender because Joseph and Allie are both working on Prussias, and I figured, you know, we need some representation for the Enders.
Yeah, I was gonna say additional representation. Yeah,
we can't. I did have work to do on my printer. In fact, I actually have a thing set up for my printer. You can probably barely see it, but I've got my my brand new Nozzle camera going. I installed a Nozzle camera on my printer, and I'm very excited. The video is up on Patreon for anybody interested. Camera, phone. There we go. Right. So there's not actually a lot to do on here. I do realize I probably overlubed my my lead screws, but I don't think that's really a problem.
But yeah, I guess to go back to your question,
yes.
I have been 3D printing since 2016, 2017.
Ooh, OG.
But yes and no. Like, I'll be honest, the first couple of years I didn't do a whole lot with it. I had maybe it was, you know what, I take it back. I think it was 2018. Also, to answer Jordy's question, yes, I do use the V6 nozzle adapter with the next extruder. I already have a ton of nozzles. In fact, I can grab them real quick and kind of show them. I got a bunch of nozzles that are V6 nozzles. So I didn't want to lose access to all of these great nozzles.
Wow.
Like, I've got a bunch of Nozzle X nozzles.
That's a thick nozzle. What is that?
Let me see if I can get the camera to actually focus on.
Do you ever use that thick nozzle? What is that? Is that looks
yeah,
like a 2mm nozzle, yeah.
Yeah, it's 1.8.
Jesus.
Which is hilarious because that's bigger than the filament.
Yeah.
These four down here are all CHT nozzles. So they have the split. I designed this little
It's very nice.
By the way, you can get it on my printables page for free if you want to have a bunch of these. It's got a bunch of nozzles. But yeah, so this one's got the you can see it's got the 3
Oh yeah.
holes. And so basically the filament gets split as it's being fed in, which actually allows it to kind of take up a larger surface area than you would expect. So a 1.75 millimeter filament gets fed in and 1.8 comes out. And I have actually printed with it. There is a ceramics-based project that I've just gotten started on that I used it for. So yeah, so because I've got all these nozzles, I did get the adapter, and so far so good with it. I'm happy to say, like, I've not really had any issues, which is fantastic. So, yeah, I just
Are they all
took my-
hardened? Have you used any of the fancy like diamondback nozzles or anything?
No, they're a little pricey for my taste, and they haven't given me any. So, I would be more than happy to give them a go if Diamondback saw fit to let me have a few of them to test out.
Wouldn't we all? I think Joseph is the only person who came close to having a diamondback nozzle.
Well, I had one and then I sold it on eBay because I didn't really feel the need for it.
That's honestly, that's totally legit. I'll be honest, I love the Nozzle X nozzles. I have been using them for years, and the fact is this nozzle that I've taken off, which is just a standard 0.4 Nozzle X nozzle, has been like, it's still fantastic. Like, I don't have a fancy nozzle camera like you do, so we can't get super close up to like actually look at the tip, but as far as I can tell, it still looks great. Like, they really have made an excellent nozzle with the Nozzle X nozzles. And I'm still using the same ones I've had for years, and they're still good. I've not had any issues. Okay. And I put them through the paces. So I've got the Nozzle X.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I broke everything.
Oh, no.
Everything should be fine.
Fantastic.
We're good. Yeah, we're good.
It's fine.
I decided to press the go back button on my mouse, which reverted me to the previous page.
This is streaming quality plus. So you got it right. It's all good. But yeah, so I'm just putting the, like, basically having the extruder adapter basically just makes this feel like any other V6 hot end. You know, like, you only have to do the fussy bit once, where you actually put in the extruder bit, and then every other time you change the nozzle, it's just like any other V6 nozzle change. I mean, I'm already done. It's already back on. So we can zoom back out for the moment and lower the ISO so I'm not ridiculously blown out. Hey, hello. And we can also now turn it down because I've got the temperature set to 250°C. It's quite hot. And I don't think we need it quite that hot anymore. I think we're good.
I think struggling.
Cool down.
I am struggling.
And also realizing. Oh no.
It's just camera failed. Just camera failed. That's fascinating.
Oh dear.
Ah, never a dull stream, is there? Right, please work.
This is how it works.
Try
I
again.
did try and set my DSLR up before the stream, but I only gave myself about 10 minutes, and for some reason, whenever I plug it into my Elgato cam link thing, it was just flickering on the input.
No.
So I binned that idea.
By the way, Joseph, you haven't...
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I was going to say, Joseph hasn't explained what he's actually doing yet to his printer.
Oh, yeah.
So,
get in there.
I recently upgraded this to a Mark IVS from a Mark
Ooh.
IV, and
I see.
as you should do when you do an upgrade, I did the self-test procedure, and for some reason the Z-axis was failing. So I got it to pass by removing the top 2 bits here and just kind of holding it on with my hand. So that suggests to me that there's some sort of weird alignment issue that's where it's screwed in and rigid, it passes it, or doesn't pass it, but then when it's got a bit of give, it passes. So I'm gonna take it all apart, put it all back together and hope that it works. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna change these to black so that they match the 4S colors.
You're not feeling the Prusa orange anymore?
Well, the 4S has these as black anyway, so it only feels right really. As I've done the rest of the upgrade, it makes sense. And I thought if I'm reprinting it anyway to see if to eliminate these being an issue, I may as well do them in black.
I don't know. I'm very kind of weirdly attached to Prusa orange, like to the point where I have like a good spool plus of it, just in case I need to like reprint bits and stuff. Like
That's what I've got there.
I don't know. I like it. It's a weird. I'm definitely like I'm nostalgic. I'm nostalgic for this stuff because the Mark III's was the first good 3D printer I ever owned. Which is to say the Flash Forge binder didn't make the cut. It got me started. I thank it. I appreciate it for that. But yeah, it's it served its purpose and then it went on to another home. All right.
Have you had any other printers? What's the one that's next to you? That's a Creality something or other?
Yes. Say, can I? We're gonna see if I can actually like manipulate a camera so that y'all can.
I mean, I'm struggling,
better.
so you're already doing better than me because yours actually works.
So yeah, you can see it. This is a Creality CR10 S Pro V2. I feel like it's a real mouthful. But it is heavily, it's modified. It's not maybe heavily modified. I would say it's medium modified. You can't really see it there. Yeah, medium modified. But if I kind of do like that, now you can see where this is definitely a little bit different. Basically, I've gutted. I've removed the entire base hot end.
Okay.
It's gone now. I replaced it with the second iteration of the Hemera, the E3D Hemera extruder. So it's not the small one. It's the full sized one, but it's the one that actually says. Actually, I take it back. It actually does still say Hermes on it. I might have the first version on it for all I know. Yeah, this is exciting, but also not in focus. Stay in focus. But yeah, and then on this one, I also put on the Volcano hot end because obviously, with such a big printer, being able to push more plastic is really useful. So the Volcano has definitely helped with that, but. Of course, the problem that I have with this machine now is simply that it feels ridiculously slow compared to most modern 3D printers. Most 3D printers that have been made in the last year or so.
Okay, so I might be showing a little bit of my my foolishness with 3D printing. So you say you upgraded the nozzle the hot end to push more filament. But why would you want to push more filament if you're not? Wouldn't that mean you're printing faster?
Yes, that's the idea.
Okay.
But like the thing is, focus. There we go. So with larger nozzles. And I guess this might end up being a bit of a 3D printing lesson, unintentionally. With bigger nozzles, you literally need to be able to push more plastic through them to be able to get. Hey, are you back?
I don't know. It plugged it in and it worked.
Welcome back.
Right.
How
Took
nice of
forever,
you,
but I'm
Kevin.
back.
It's fine. We're like less than 20 minutes in. This is totally fine.
Oh, this is fine. Usually I'm still having stream issues an hour in.
Oh no.
It's okay. So most of for my regular streams, I have a script that runs and does a whole bunch of stuff like text to speech from chat and what else does it do? It lights up the blackboard. It does a whole bunch of I have commands for them to type in. Normally they're all disabled today, so sorry guys. Some of them pay for those commands, but whatever. Like they can dispense bubbles and stuff like that at me.
I did see somebody say bubbles.
Yeah.
When I had when
Yeah,
I first got in, I saw a message that said bubbles, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah, normally that works, but I've had it disabled because usually it just I say usually gets in the way. It gets in the way, but in a positive way. But since we have a guest, I I don't want to be causing issues any more than I already am.
Don't see bubble on my account. You are welcome to bubble as much as you'd like.
I've already removed their bubble powers. It's fine. They don't.
It's too late now.
It's too late now.
You need to make something you made similar to Dan's thing, the fire shooting thing, but have it so it can be remotely triggered, all contain battery powered.
I mean, I'd love to do something fire related. It is not something.
I was thinking bubbles though, something
Bubbles
you
is
send
safer.
to someone for a guest on the stream that they can put in their shot.
Maybe. No, I still want to do fire. Fire's a difficult one to get past the safety console though. But I'm thinking if I enclose it in a tube, then it won't be a problem. But we'll see.
Is that how it works?
I mean, as long as I don't touch the fire or the fire doesn't touch most things, it's fine. Fire in itself is allowed. It just needs to be safe.
All right, I'm actually realizing I need some compressed air.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I need to clean the fans. The fans look a little gross. Though I suppose I should finish my lesson. Basically, what I'm talking about is volumetric flow rate.
Mm-hmm.
With your 3D printer, with any 3D printer, volumetric flow rate is going to have a top end. It's going to have a limit.
Yeah.
And what that basically means is it's how much plastic you can push through at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a useful thing to know about because in our new era of ultra fast printers that every company is now making and touting speeds of 500 millimeters a second and stuff like that.
Yes.
But the thing to understand is just because your motors can move really fast on the rails does not actually mean you can print really fast. You still need a volumetric flow rate that can match that speed. And not all printers have it. And usually where you will hit kind of this cap is just how fast you can melt the plastic. Again, extruder speed is typically not the issue either. That's also just a motor, so it can move pretty fast. But how fast you can melt the filament and push it through the nozzle is actually going to kind of determine your true limit. So a hot end that has a longer melt zone, like the volcano or the super volcano,
Mm-hmm.
is just going to be able to push more plastic through. It's going to have a higher volumetric flow rate. This is why companies like Prusa have started making the next extruder, which also has a longer melt zone because the heat break and the heat block kind of flow together.
Uh-huh.
And so there's a little bit more space for the filament to melt. Things melt faster, prints go faster. But yeah, before we had a bunch of printers that had that sort of thing, you had E3D making the volcano hot end and the super volcano hot end, which is really truly ridiculous because it's about this long, and
Okay.
it looks absurd. Like on a lot of printers, you actually lose a significant amount of your Z height because of just the length of the hot end. It's the super volcano is so long, it's ridiculous. So the volcano is a nice middle ground. It's only like 2 centimeters long, so you don't lose too much of your Z height. But it really does make a difference. It makes things melt faster and it means you print faster. Of course, the problem with the Creality that I have here is the motors don't actually go very fast. So in this case, I think the volumetric flow is not the cap. I think the actual like speed in which the motors move is the cap. I love how we're getting a little bit of inception here, as we can see Joseph on the screen on your screen.
Yeah.
And that's hilarious.
So I think you're one of the only oh, let's hope that's not broken. I just remembered I can actually fully remove the hot end on, well, the entire extruder assembly on this printer, which will make it a lot easier for me to clean that pesky fan. I was gonna say, you are the only person who has fooled me with 3D printing, in that when I looked at one of your prints, I genuinely thought it was LaserCat acrylic.
Which print?
That was the BMO.
Oh yeah, BMO looks great. And that makes sense. Like I get that. Like because BMO's very flat. But also BMO's really flat. BMO's a beautiful baby. I'm so proud of my sweet robot child. And that was actually printed on the Creality. So because it's so big that it needed the big printer. All right, I'm gonna grab some compressed air. I will be right back.
Right, so I'm oh wow, that is okay. So I've not touched this extruder in a very long time. It sits in my cupboard and I've not touched it, and I didn't realize that the actual sock for the extruder just crumbles apart now.
Oh no, it's dead, Jim.
So I've not used, I mean, it's not been an issue. It hasn't broken any of my prints. I just didn't know that was a thing.
Yes. God, I apologize. I feel like I'm freaking just. I suppose it's not the same as being a well actually guy, but it's more of a just. I know about this thing. Let me tell you about this thing.
No. Go for it. Tell me.
Silicone has a heat. Like basically silicone doesn't really melt at super high heats, but it does deteriorate. Like it degrades and breaks down. So when exposed to heat for extended periods of time, like it would be on a 3D printer, eventually, like Jordy says, it deteriorates. It doesn't really it doesn't melt. It kind of actually gets kind of hard and crusty, like you see there.
Yeah.
Which is weird and interesting. Also, to go back, I realized that I missed a question about whether or not Joseph and I would be upgrading to a Core 1. I probably would not upgrade to a Core 1, but I wouldn't mind having a Core 1.
I feel the same way.
In addition.
One of my motivations to upgrade to the 4S was in preparation for the Core 1. Although I don't think I'd be rushing into doing the upgrade. I'll kind of wait and see how it performs. And also, it's not like it gives me any kind of space savings or anything like that. It just gives me an enclosure, and my printer's already enclosed in cupboards, so it doesn't really give me that either.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna upgrade to the 4S because that's that easy. And then you get that sweet new fan shroud that really lets you, print freaking anything, it seems, without supports. But all the way to the Core 1, that's it. That fan shroud is it. That is the GOAT, like that's what I'm here for. But all the way to a Core 1, I'm kind of like, I'm not gonna lie. I built my first Prusa from a kit, and I'm so glad I did it because I learned so much about 3D printers, and I'm not terribly inclined to ever do it again.
I mean, I got rid of my my Ender 3 that I started with, but yeah, I don't regret it. It's a very good printer to learn things because
Exactly.
you'll have to take it apart and put it all back together again many times over.
Yeah, it's really good for learning, but I don't know. I definitely feel like I've reached the point of adulthood where I'm kind of like my time is actually really valuable, and
Yeah, but printers have also matured past you having to spend a butt ton of time trying to calibrate them and making sure your bed is flat.
yep, this is true. This is correct.
I mean, the first upgrade I got for my Ender was the BL Touch, which was
Yeah.
so nice.
I feel like this was me grabbing the microphone accidentally. I feel like we live in a world now of 3D printing where the idea of not having automatic bed leveling feels crazy. And I obviously there are still printers out there that probably that don't have it, but it's becoming like less and less. But it wasn't that long ago, really, that it was very much seen as a luxury item on a 3D printer,
Yeah.
not an essential one.
I mean, so funny enough, my dad decided to get a 3D printer not that long ago, and
Pretty bit of bamboo.
God, if he only waited like a little bit longer, he bought an Ender 3, the same one I had,
Okay.
and he bought exactly all the same upgrades that I had bought for my own one, but like. If he would have waited just a wee bit longer, I would have just told him to get the Bamboo Labs A1 Mini or something like that, or
Yeah,
the just the big one. They're just so much easier.
If you don't want, you're actually reminding me that this might actually just be easier to take the fan.
Also, this call might actually end in 15 minutes because Google's asking me to pay, and I thought Google Meets didn't have a time limit. So
Oh no!
we might have to sort that out.
It's just gonna be you. For the
It's
rest
just
of
gonna be me, yes.
stream.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
You did warn me, but I didn't double check because it was 5 minutes before the stream started.
Fair enough.
Well. Well, Discord wants me to pay extra to have high quality video calls, and I didn't feel like it.
I think that this is a thing now.
Does your server
Lots
not
of
have
calls.
the what's it called? Discord
Nitro.
Nitro. That's it. Yeah.
No, you think
You
I
don't have
pay?
enough- I mean,
Boosters,
I
no.
think you've got enough people on it to bump you up a few notches.
No, I don't. Not anymore. I remember it did at some point, and then I think it went back down.
So
Oh
your
my god!
server is
Oh
on
my
level
god!
2 at the moment.
The dust
Oh, yours is worse than mine. Yours is worse than mine. Yeah, I'm taking mine off so I can have a little bit better access to it. But
Well, to be fair, that fan is difficult to get to without having to fully take it apart.
come on. There we go. There we go.
Also,
I got it off.
I genuinely hate the two fans that are on this extruder because they're both tiny and they are so loud.
That I definitely feel like is a thing that at least my Creality also has the loudest fans. And hilariously enough, it's not the part cooling fan that's the loud one. It's actually the fan that's on the main board. Because I can hear the noise coming from within. The call is coming from within the house. I can hear it. I can hear it inside the printer, but it is so. It's hilarious. It's for the longest time. My two printers were the Mark III S and the Creality, and it was funny because the Creality had like these loud fans, but I couldn't hear the actual like gantry moving. But the Mark III S sounded like it was making music because the movement of the motors was loud, and the fans were not. So it was a bit of a. I knew what printer was going from the other room just by listening.
Yeah. Quick note. I'm gonna do something very loud because I actually have an air compressor, so it's gonna be very loud for just a second. I apologize deeply.
Yay!
The luxury of having a full air compressor at my disposal.
So are
To be
we.
fair, I have one, but it's not hooked up, so I'm kind of like, eh.
Oh no, mine's always plugged
Effort.
in. It sits right under my desk.
Do you do much airbrush painting?
No, I just do a lot of cleaning.
Fair enough.
It's just such a convenient tool. My partner does airbrushing, but yeah, no, I just use it for cleaning and for making things spin really fast when they're not supposed to spin really fast.
That works. I definitely feel like I'm feeling the pain a little bit of owning cats whenever I clean my fans.
Yeah.
Like, why are there all these tiny threads?
How many
yeah,
cats do you
cat.
have?
2.
Oh, that doesn't seem so bad.
But they're very furry.
Yeah, but all cats are. Well, apart from Sphinx.
They produce a lot of fluff. Yeah, admittedly, I feel like you were smart to use the air compressor because I feel like my little can of air is like barely touching the sides.
Yeah.
But at least I've got a better angle now.
I mean, I used to use like a little pump, but then I won. So the only reason I got the air compressor is because I won a what was the Electromaker competition or something like that, or like Maker of the Month or something. And they were like, "Here's some money for winning," and I went, "Cool! I'm gonna spend all of it on an air compressor," and I did.
You know what?
I'm very happy.
It's not a bad shout. I think I'm just frustrated that I haven't had more time or space to use mine.
So
it's a surprisingly cute little guy. It's right here. Whoop.
Oh, one of those guys. They don't produce enough pressure to clean stuff.
I mean, it probably would. Just like maybe not quite as good. It is covered in dust, hilariously. But like it's a proper Iwata, you know? Like it's the real deal. It's just not. I love how it was sitting on the shelf next to a bunch of Cocoa Press pins. The good ones. The good ones.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've got that one. Yeah.
Yeah. The Cocoa Press Pride pins. Amazing.
Very cute.
But no, I don't use them for making anything. Oh God. You know what? I hate that this was mentioned because I have genuinely thought about it because I really like making things out of like things that would otherwise be trash, which is why I have, you can't see it, but I have a tub full of blocks, cubes I've made out of 3D printing filament, like failed prints and scraps and stuff that I've melted down. I hate waste, and I like making things out of unusual stuff. And yet, in spite of that, I have not brought myself to make anything out of cat fur.
Oh. That's
I'm realizing
interesting
there was
material to go with.
A comment that says, I can't see it, and I'm not sure if that was in reference to the compressor or the pin. I can bring it back out, whatever it was.
Oh, the pin. Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Oh.
I've got mine. Hold up.
Yeah, you might have an easier time showing it.
I mean, I used to have them all on the wall, but when I moved, because I had like a cork thing on my wall, but then when I moved, I had to take them all off. So now I just have an entire bin of pins.
Of pins.
Which is
right,
very...
I might be calling it on this plan because I'm getting bored.
Ah, there it is. I got it.
Go. Show it properly.
The compressor.
Oh, there it is. Beautiful.
Oh, it's the compressor, not the pin.
Oh. Well, I got the pin out.
Right.
I thought I'd wait till you got it out first before telling you.
Dick.
It's so nice.
I have one of these that's like a mini Hoover vacuum cleaner thing that's got an outlet that you can attach attachments to.
Is that the, like, was it Hoto or something?
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, I've looked at those. Would you rate it? And I will get the compressor back out in a second.
So this is the third one I've had because the first one arrived and just didn't work on arrival. So I took it apart, unplugged the battery, replugged it back in, and it now works. But
Okay.
Amazon didn't want me to send it back, so I now have that spare. Then I had one that just died. I took apart and it wouldn't fix itself, so that's just in a box full of in bits at the moment. And then this one.
So it sounds like maybe there's some quality issues.
Yeah. I wouldn't buy another one, I don't think.
Noted and appreciated. Come on, get the frick in there. I feel like the wire arrangement on this is so tight that I am having a hard time getting everything to just sit right where it's supposed to. So get the fan back into place. Do the thing.
Do you guys have a favorite infill or just go with whatever?
Gyroid.
Gyro
Actually,
is my
not-
favorite.
Not sure if that's actually entirely true anymore because it's not the fastest. And I have definitely found myself needing things to be a little speedier sometimes. And so I do just use rectilinear a lot. But I've also started to get quite fond of support cubic for when I need minimal infill. But I still need things to not collapse. Hey, I got it. Oh my God. Sorry about that. Okay.
So I'm
Let's,
definitely having the problem of I pulled all the screws out and now I'm not sure which one goes where problem.
Oh, you did that. Well done.
I'm very good at getting myself into these positions. I very haphazardly disassemble everything and then can't put it back together.
I love using my 3D printer as a display. There we go. There's the compressor. Hey.
It's very nice.
Yeah, this is an Iwata Sprint Jet. It's just a little guy, but that's all I have space for is a little guy. I don't have the space. Again, I live in London.
I'm gonna take you guys under
This
my
is a
desk.
2x4 meter room.
That-
Under the desk.
There's my boy.
Yeah, yours is much bigger.
I love this one. It's so good.
See, that's a beast.
That's a beast, and I put my stickers on it.
But see, yeah, I was just gonna say it's a good place for stickers.
I'm never getting rid of the air compressor, so it's the only logical place that I can put all of my stickers.
Where is the?
Nothing else is permanent enough.
This is my little thing of bits. Here's the
Yes.
the airbrush for it, which is a Iwata Neo, and as you can tell, it's never been used. It's really clean, which these things shouldn't be if they've been used. I also have, for the purposes of doing like a 2K top coat, I got a cheap HVLP.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Fancy.
but again, also not been used. I will get to it. Space and just having because again, painting is messy.
Yeah, we've got an
you
issue
need
of
some space to do it.
ventilation mostly here.
Yeah, no, I have to do all my painting outside.
Yeah, we don't have an outside.
That's a tricky bit. If you don't have an outside, it does make it hard. But also, my outside is not great for it. So it just about works, but it's not ideal.
Do you do any resin printing?
I don't. For kind of aforementioned reasons of like ventilation and stuff, I just don't have. It's part of it's the ventilation, but also part of it is just it's a messy process, and you really need some space to do it. And this room is the only space I really have to work that's inside, and I share it with cats. So like, it wouldn't be safe to do resin printing in here. It just wouldn't.
Yeah, that's fair.
I love my cats more than I love 3D printing. Put it that way. So
So if I threaten one of your cats, I could get a free 3D printer.
no, that's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. I'm pretty sure that would just get you in big trouble.
Uh-oh, call is ending in under a minute. Oh no.
Oh no, what's gonna happen?
Oh no. We either create a new room or we might have to just create a new room.
Do it now.
1 second. I'm just screwing in my hot end. I will. Oh, goodbye, everybody. Right. Let's figure this out. Sorry, everyone. Or I can try it for 14 days. No, because that's gonna make me pay for stuff. Right. Returning to home screen. Right. Let's return to home screen. Start a new meeting. Create a new meeting now. Copy. Those are my leggies. Yes, they are. Right, let's jump over to... That's not what we need. Jump over to you. This is very professional of me, as always. Oh no, I didn't copy the link. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, let's control N. Control N. Why is... Oh, my keyboard's off. That's why it doesn't... I turned off my keyboard because I got alcohol on it earlier. And now it didn't want to work. Fantastic. Right. Join. Go away. Go over here. Why is that not working? Oh boy. Right, go away. Go away. Go away. Does it not work because I'm on here? Right. Yep. Allow. Oh dear, this is very fun, isn't it? Oh boy, why is my camera not working on here? I'm sending the relevant links to the relevant people. Nobody fret. Hopefully that's the correct one. That is the correct one. Let's do that. I know. Right, let's do that. Let's... Oh, I need my phone for that. Right, I will Discord Joseph. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hello! There you are.
Yes.
How professional of me. Right, let's get Joseph back in here too.
Say back to maintenance. I'm wiping goo. I'm wiping excess goo from around
Joseph.
the bearings.
Hello, welcome back.
Hello.
Hello.
We have made it.
Somehow.
Somehow.
My camera has once again decided it does not want to be included in the stream.
Brilliant.
I do love technology, but goddamn does technology not love me.
I think that's most people though. Like this is just how it is, I think. We all think that we're very advanced creatures, but we're not.
I mean, we made AI.
We're actually... Did we go? Hey, there we go.
You can see my footsies. Yay! Okay, cool.
I mean, but you can see Joseph and I. We look amazing. So, like,
indeed,
it's all good. It's all good. To say,
Mm.
I've resumed maintenance, whilst we were away, and I've gotten to the fun gross bit of wiping the excess like dirty gunky lube around the bearings where it likes to collect, and it's just like, yeah, no, this is
Indeed.
nasty.
On the second positive note, for some reason my camera has undone the weird zoom in thing it did for some reason earlier. So now it's actually, so now you can actually see most of what the camera sees, which is very nice. Indeed. Right. Okay, so I need to reconnect the extruder on this and just dust it a little bit, and that's kind of it, because this printer, I keep this printer in the cupboard and I really very rarely look at it. Like I send prints to it using Clipper because it's been upgraded, and I rarely ever look at it. It works, and unless it's having issues, like sometimes for some reason bed leveling just decides it doesn't want to probe that point for some reason. I have configured Clipper once for this printer, and ever since I have just left it. It's probably like 80 versions out of date now, but it prints when I need it to.
No, that's the one thing. The other thing that I did with the CR10 was custom firmware.
Oh yeah.
And as much as I was like, yeah, like this is great, like custom firmware, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh,
yeah. Yeah, that's the same issue I had. I mean, to be fair, I'm genuinely really do like the Prusa Mini. It has had 0 issues. It just works, which is annoying to say.
Nobody is more annoyed by that phrase than I am, I think, for reasons that
does yours doesn't just work?
Disclose.
Oh. Yeah, I know.
But it just works.
No, it doesn't.
Does it?
Not anymore. Not after.
Literally never not work.
Not anymore. It doesn't.
Yes, all right, so yeah, I'm going through and I'm wiping all the lube.
Right, begrudgingly I am going back. I'm going to my Prusa Mini because it is the printer which actually does need more maintenance.
Do it. No, it's fine. I think the audience will understand. I wish they could see all the cat hair fluffs that are flying off of my printer.
Oh, I have those too.
Good thing you can't.
I have those too.
There's just fluffs everywhere.
Right, so let's have a look at this printer. So number one, we have fluff on my. Where are we here? We have fluff on my rods here. Very nice.
Yep.
To be fair, I've been ignoring maintenance of this printer purely for the stream.
I mean, yeah, that's fair enough.
That and a little bit to anger the internet. So I don't know if
the rage click.
Yeah, so I don't know if you saw any of the Nozzle camera stuff I've posted on Instagram.
I did see some of it.
Okay.
I don't know if I've seen all of it, but I've definitely seen some of it.
That's fine. You only really need to see one to get the gist. But yeah, I've not cleaned my nozzle for a long time. Actually, I don't think I've ever cleaned the nozzle, and it looks horrific.
I did notice this.
It still looks horrific, but it works, so I wasn't gonna mess with it.
I think the obsidian nozzles look worse than the brass nozzles when they're clean anyway, I think, because they just always look dirty.
I have not... So, full disclosure, this used to be Joseph's printer before one of my lovely peeps bought it for me after my printer decided to take a dump.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I mean,
so,
the buying bit, not the not the taking a dump bit. The other bit. You know what I mean.
I don't like the fact I need an old school USB for it to work with this printer. That is a little annoying. I got because I was troubleshooting a printer at one point, and I swapped out the USBs, and it didn't want to work. And I'm like, well, I've not changed anything, and it must be just fully broken. No, just USB was too new.
I have actually heard that is an issue with the minis.
Joseph warned me about this as
some-
soon as I got the printer. It's like, yeah, you don't want to use a too new USB. And I'm like, okay, sure.
Great. So one of the things I was actually I was reading online that was a little like maintenance tip was to, after you've kind of cleaned the lube off the rods, the smooth rods, not the threaded rods, to just kind of run your fingers over it and look for like bumps or nicks. Like
Okay.
it should be smooth. And so like you want to feel with your fingertips, and like I've actually found like what feels like a little tiny bump, but I think it's actually just schmutz that I can get off of it. Yeah.
I hope this is a consensual touching of my printer, but it feels smooth.
Yeah. But yeah, like, because if you have any sort of like imperfections on the rod, that can cause imperfections in the print. And then you.
I mean,
need
it
to
makes
replace the rod.
sense.
But yeah, mine feel good. Yeah, like it's definitely a thing that like I don't fondle my rods all the time. Because
How often do you lube them?
I do feel like I actually lubricate them rather frequently because I've had issues with like printer rods not being well lubed enough in the past. So now I feel like I'm a little paranoid about it, and I probably do it like
Too often?
every. No, I don't think so. Maybe once a month or so.
Okay,
I
that's
don't think it's too bad.
that's a lot more than I do. Should I be lubing my things more often?
I'd say that if you're not having issues, that I wouldn't stress about it too much. But you should maybe lube your rods more often than you are. I don't know.
I've not lubed them once.
Well, then more than that, perhaps.
Hey, if it works, if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
This is I can't argue with this necessarily.
It was such a well-maintained printer when I had it. I'm starting to regret selling it to you now.
Hey, I mean, I can sell it back to you. It has increased in value because it does now have Mellow Labs branding, so it's now
But it's
obviously
gonna
worth
say-
more.
Because you've not lubed it.
Nah, yeah, so it's probably just
I mean, listen, if I don't sell it as a printer, if I sell it as a memorabilia,
memorabilia. Yeah.
then it's worth more.
There you go. We figured it out. But no, I hear you, Joseph. There's a reason why I still have and still use my Mark III's, which is like from before from 2019 or something. Like it still just works. Like it still works good. It's a little slow relative to the Mark IV, but it still produces amazing prints. And I've got the Revo on it, so like swapping nozzles is just so easy and nice. Yeah, I still use it. Actually, I think my only complaint with it now is simply the fact that the newest firmware is not very happy with the Revo, so I've had to like downgrade firmware, which is a bit of a pain. But other than that, but I see, as you say, I saw a question in the chat about the Creality K1C, which unfortunately I have no experience with, and therefore cannot really comment.
It's fine. All printers are basically the same.
So they're
I feel like-
asking if anyone has any suggestions on how to remove and replace the X-axis slider on the Creality K1C.
That's going to be tough, probably. Removing a whole slider sounds like a endeavor. But again, I don't have this printer, so maybe it's easier than it sounds.
Let me look up the name. We will
I feel like
see.
I need to get out the vacuum cleaner to suck up all the filament bits.
Geordie
finding.
Oh, it's a fully enclosed printer. Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be a high it's gonna be a like a high speed XY or Core XY.
Yeah,
PC.
you're going to have to remove just all of the panels.
Geordie T says printers have feelings. They aren't the same.
uh,
I am also, I was gonna say, I saw as well a comment about using a Raspberry Pi with Octoprint to control the Mini, and I love Octoprint. I support Gina Hauska, the creator of Octoprint, because I freaking love Octoprint. I still use it on my Mark 3F, and I use it on the Creality. Though technically it's not Octoprint, it's Beam Octoprint at that point. Because it's in Vimo. Vimo is Octoprint. But yeah, like that's always an option with the older printers is just get a, in this case, a Raspberry Pi 02, like apparently you just put Octoprint to that and Bob's your uncle, you know?
I mean, honestly, I've not been thinking about Octoprint since this printer has, was it Prusa Connect and whatever the other one's called.
Yeah, that does help. Are you able to just send prints to it remotely then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, so straight from the slicer.
Yeah, if you are able to connect to it remotely, then yeah, you don't need Octoprint.
It's just
I think
it's very convenient. Do you have a specific kind of lube you like to use for your printer?
Prusa Lube.
Prusa Lube?
Focus. Yeah, focus. Yes. I love you, new camera. You the best. Yeah. Yep, I just use the stuff that Prusa sells because I don't have to worry about it. Though for the threaded rods, I actually use there it is. There is the stuff, the Prusa Lube. For the threaded rods, I actually use sewing machine oil.
Okay.
It's really cheap, and it's thinner.
Yeah.
Because this is like a lithium grease basically, and it's much thicker lube.
Yeah.
And so this is good for the smooth rods, but for the threaded rods, it gets chunky. It gets maybe not so nice. So the sewing machine oil is a thin oil, and I found that actually is nice for the threaded rods.
The few times I've lubed up my stuff, I've just used this.
We're just gonna keep talking about lube for the rest of the stream.
I just used this 3-in-1 all-purpose oil.
Yeah, I mean
that's
probably similar to the sewing machine oil. If I'm being honest, like there's a really very good chance that they're not that different.
I think in a pinch you could use any oil really, like cooking oil, car oil,
Diddy oil. Sorry, baby oil.
I mean, that's not true. Oil is not oil, but also in this case, it probably,
if for use to use in hinges, bicycles, workshop, garden, car, sewing machine, sports equipment, office equipment. Yeah.
Office equipment. Yeah, no, that's good.
Scissors, in case your scissors need lubing. How is my extruder doing? My extruder's pretty good, huh?
I see Dan has entered the chat.
Hello, Dan. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just giving. This is my cleaning not teeth toothbrush.
Yeah.
That I use.
We all have one.
Cleaning stuff.
Dan has recently switched from his something Voron printer to a bamboo carbon, and I'm very jealous.
Okay.
He seems pretty pleased with it, as far as I can tell.
I'm honestly incredibly curious because I've never used a Voron. I know Voron has an incredibly very what's the word I'm looking for? The Voron fan base is very loyal.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's a good way of putting it.
Fun.
I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't actually mean that in a bad way. Just that they are. I feel like they're small but mighty.
They're basically the Linux of the printer world.
Yeah, that's not a bad way of putting it. That's not a bad way of putting it. They are kind of like the Linux of the printing world. But yeah, I've never used one, so I have like no personal.
I would
feeling.
like a Voron Zero just because it's like the perfect printer size for like a desk where normally where I just need to print like little test prints that don't take up a lot of room, but it does them fast and it just looks adorable. But I will not buy one with my own money.
No, that's fair. And like Gears Code and Fire says, I also don't have the time for Voron. Like 3D printers for me are tools. It's not I'm not a tinkerer so much. I mean, I've done some tinkering, I've done some upgrading, but they're definitely tools for me to get projects done because I'm a maker. You know, I make stuff, and so I feel like I'm a lot less interested in building a printer from scratch. Like I said, I've done my Prusa kit, and now I feel like I've done my time, and now I'm kind of like, I will take fully assembled printers. Yes, please and thank you. But I guess where I was actually going with this is I would be curious to know the thoughts of somebody who is a Voron user going to Bamboo. You know, because I have used Bamboo X1Cs. I just don't own any.
Ooh, whose did you steal?
Oh, work. We have them.
Oh,
at work.
fair enough.
But it is interesting because it is a very different thing when you share when they're like communal printers, shared printers, as opposed to like your printer.
Yeah.
Like they definitely, it feels like a slightly different thing. But
I'm trying to get a
like,
good shot of my nozzle.
I have, thoughts and feelings about it. But again, I feel like some of that might come from the fact that it is shared, but also we can't have ours online.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
That
seems like a very your employer thing to do.
Yes. Yes. Though I still think it's a very weird thing to have printers with known security issues in the first place. But
they have known security issues?
Yes. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to get into it here because, like, I feel like in the past when I've dared to besmirch Bamboo before, people have come for me. Yeah.
I mean, I've heard good and I've heard bad, so
I have definitely, I feel like, experienced both, for sure. Like, I cannot deny the fact that it feels like PLA prints, by and large, come out great every single time.
Have you heard? Have you spoken to Matt about his experience with them?
Which Matt?
Matt Gray.
I don't know that we have actually chatted about it.
Oh, okay. Because yeah, I won't say too much because it's his thing to say, but yeah, he has an experience with them.
Okay, well, I might have to ask then, because I'm definitely curious to hear about people's experiences, because
I mean specifically working with the company as a video sponsor.
Right, of course. Like,
yeah.
That is also its own thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, I apologize, everyone, but it's lubing time. Things are going to get messy up in here.
Don't touch the hot end. It's hot. Pro tip.
Did you just touch the hot end?
I did. I heated it up so I can get some of the gank off, and then I touched it. Well, let's pull it up to the top. That will probably make it easier, so I don't have to fight it.
Good job.
I have no idea how to tackle this problem because I do not have a wire brush.
Geordie T has just asked you that question, if you had a wire brush you can clean your nozzle with.
So I ordered some, and they did not arrive in time.
Oh no.
So they are
Yeah,
somewhere
they're
in the Royal Mail system.
You've not had good luck with Royal Mail recently.
No, I don't think they like my. I don't think I don't think they like how many stairs they have to climb up to get here.
Oh dear.
It's
Also, this is totally a legit method of lubing up the rods, just using your finger. This is not me just being lazy. This is legit.
This brush doesn't do shit. Let me. Oh, hold on. I have my.
Did you find a wire brush?
Kind of. My. I
Oh,
have.
you got a little Persia brush. That's
Yeah.
great.
I have
I
my
love that.
Dremel brushes, which might work.
Possibly. Oh yeah, you know what? That would probably work, though. I'm not sure if they're stiff enough.
I mean, this
maybe.
one's steel. I do have a brush one.
Oh, if it's steel, I wouldn't use it then. You want brass.
For fuck's sake. I have a single brush
Might
one.
Scratch it.
I have a single brush one.
Yeah, you definitely need brass.
Fantastic. Right. Well, let's get the ow. Poke myself in the finger. Why the fuck are they so sharp?
They are very sharp. I do feel like this is rapidly evolving into the watch Tomas hurt himself live stream.
That's shockingly a good description of most of my streams.
Oh no. So basically what you're saying is everyone in the audience is a bit of a sadist.
Oh, every single one of these bastards.
See, Jeff's with me on the using finger to lube the rods. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. I'm glad it's not just me.
Okay, let's try this.
Oh God! Oh no, this might end badly. Or it might work really well. I don't know. Oh God, I have to watch this now. How's it going?
It's going well.
Ah! Amazing.
Well, wait, I can't wait. Hold on. I'm being silly. I have nozzle perspective for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, not for you guys, but for the stream.
That's okay. I'm watching the stream too.
Never mind. I unplugged the camera.
Say,
So that's a non-updated image right there. One moment, please. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm actually really.
That is. There it is. Oh, that looks a lot cleaner from what it did before.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it is very dark. It's very specific to printing. Wait, hold on. No, I
Huge
should.
difference.
It's very clean now.
Yeah.
Damn.
It actually looks super clean. Holy
Well,
crap.
we've learned something today.
My method for cleaning nozzles: stick it in the end of the Dremel, and just stick it on at a low speed. Give it a good brush like that. Seems to work quite well.
Oh. You might have to show that again because I wasn't on your stream. Go ahead.
So I stick my nozzle in the end of the Dremel and turn it on. Give it a quick brush, and it comes out nice and clean after a little while.
Oh, I'm so stupid. So I was wondering why my bed was at a very hot temperature. It's because when I hit preheat, I preheated both of them.
Well done.
I only needed to preheat the nozzle.
Ooh, rods are very nearly lubed. I keep pulling long bits of cat hair off of them. That's just fantastic. I do have one long hair cat, so her fur is sometimes many centimeters long. I love the Dremel method that you use, Joseph. Though I do wonder if Tomas's method might be slightly more efficient, if only because you can do it hot.
Yeah, so what I've done in the past is
yours is safer. Ultimately, much safer.
It's okay if the nozzle is balanced. If it gets a bit of a shimmy on, it's not too good, but I just grab a lighter to heat it up like that.
Ah, nice. Yeah, that'll work. a torch. You just cleaning up the heat block now?
This is working very well.
I love this. Is so stupid. I love it.
That is so effective. Although I'm definitely gonna need to get more. Oh no! Did I just scratch the shit out of my camera? Maybe.
Oh no! Yeah, you are getting right up on that camera.
I would be careful on the actual nozzle itself because it's a DLC coated nozzle. And
I don't know what that is.
I don't know if the DLC coating will withstand
Some gentle
that amount
brass.
of abrasion.
Some gentle brass abrasion. I think it'd be fine.
I think the only problem you'll experience is, so I think the DLC coating is to reduce its stickiness.
Oh.
Ah, right. It's like
Well, clearly that hasn't worked because it gets very, very sticky.
which means the coating might already be gone.
Well, it was getting sticky beforehand, not just due to my current work.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It might have already been gone.
Does it disappear at a certain temperature?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think around 300 is
Oh, I'm definitely not getting it that hot.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not sure what you would be printing that would be that hot.
I do have a spare nozzle if you do end up destroying it.
That's alright. Do you still need that? Do you still need that 0.2 nozzle I have?
Oh no, I ended up buying a really cheap set off of Amazon to let me buy.
Alright.
It'll probably last for like one print.
Depends on what you're printing, I guess. Okay, well that looks clean. That looks very clean.
It is a significant jump from before. Like, no lie. Might actually take off the other fan and get that.
Okay. Somebody did suggest I should put a silicone sock on it, but
I mean, you had one, and then oh no, sorry. That
well,
was
not
the
on
other
this
vendor.
one, yeah. Right, I need
I don't
to.
know. I've never got on well with silicone socks. I always felt like filament got underneath them, and then they also, again, they kind of crumbled and died. Wow, that is nuts.
How clean it is, right?
Like the edges even look sharp, like,
Yeah.
which is
I mean-
maybe concerning. I definitely think that if there was any coating on that, it might be gone.
That's fine. I didn't need any coating. Although I definitely got some kind of dust on my fancy camera.
Oh,
I
boy.
will.
There's
Oh, goodbye, screwdriver.
I've not had many issues with silicone socks while using the extruder nozzles. I think all issues I've ever experienced with silicone socks and normal nozzles is that I've found that the filament oozes out the top where the thread is.
Yeah.
Underneath.
Yeah,
Whereas
to be
this
fair,
is
I've
a
not
sealed
used it.
system.
I've not used the a silicone sock on the extruder. I'll be honest. I have only used it on like a standard V6. So all of my experience is coming from that. I might have to request a silicone sock then. All right, I have removed, as I say, I've pulled off the other fan, which interestingly enough had a whole bunch of little tiny flecks of red filament on top of it, and I'm just like, what print did that? Where did that come from?
I'm a little annoyed because I adjusted my exposure for my nozzle camera for the dirty nozzle, and now that it's clean, it's causing me some bother.
That's such a hilarious like problem to have.
My nozzle's
I don't
too
know why.
clean.
Yep, exactly. You made it too clean. This is a problem of your own making.
failure by what was it? I forget what the
Hoisted
name
by
of
your
the.
own petard. That is the saying. Hoisted by your own petard, which is a really, really weird English thing to say.
Well, I was gonna say the name of what's his face's album. We the best music. What the fuck's his name? DJ Khaled, because he had something of his own success, something along the same lines, but I forget the actual name. Not that I listen to DJ Khaled very often. Right, I would like to send. Oh, this might be fun. I would like. Oh wait, hold on. I might have a spare print. I want to print something, but I can't slice anything because my slicer is. Well, I'm recording my screen for. Well, not recording. I'm streaming my screen, so I don't want to.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't
Show
know
stuff.
that. Yeah.
It's okay. I have plenty of things. They're not paying for this, so they're not having that one on display. Yeah, sure. Let's do
I was
this one.
probably gonna just do like a little self-test, with Biz, just to see how things are feeling.
I
'Cause,
will simply begin
yeah.
printing.
You're just gonna jump right in.
I'm just gonna jump right in.
I love how we have like the careful, like methodical.
Nah, fuck it, YOLO.
And then we have the chaos gremlin maintenance.
I'm not a gremlin.
Would you prefer a chaos muppet?
I hold out some hope that Tom does it for the meme, just to make content interesting, but I don't think that's the case. I
It
think
seems
it's
to
just
work.
Maybe not sure.
chaotic by
Alright.
nature.
Let's have a look-see here on the.
I would compare myself along. I would compare myself to people like Electro Boom. It's chaos, but it's controlled chaos.
Oh, he lights himself on fire way more often than is safe. Hello here.
I think I might have default. Oh, maybe it's fine. It should be fine, right? Come on, stop printing. What do you mean you're waiting for the bed to heat up? Hurry up. How do you guys feel about belt tension? You guys adjust that?
I feel like belts should not be messed with unless you're having a problem, because I feel like it's one of those things that it's probably easy to mess up. And if everything's printing fine, maybe no touchy. But if you're having like layer shifts,
Yeah.
or other like banding issues, then I would have a look at your belts. But like I'm just giving my belts a twang, giving them a little twangity twang, and they seem fine. They seem good. So I'm definitely not gonna mess with them. Though I did remember seeing a thing about tightening the motor, the screws on the motor gantry.
Motor gantry.
Yeah, just because I guess vibrations would make them loosen.
Did you see that at Smurf they had the there was one person who had a oh god, I'm gonna forget the name. A Prusa Mini, but he replaced all the PLA on all the other parts. Well, it wasn't exactly a Prusa Mini, but it was more stable than a Prusa Mini. But god damn it, what's it called when something's designed by AI? Fuck. Iterative? No,
Not iterative.
Generative.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So it had like all the natural support looking things, and it looked so good.
I did see that.
It looked so nice. He had it running in a 5-axis mode, but I don't need that. It just looked so nice.
All right, I'm gonna start running the tests, the Mark IV tests.
Mine's already running. I'm good.
It's gonna start doing a thing. Oh, yep, I'm watching it do a little tappy tap,
Yes,
tappy tap,
it's very nice. I do like the tappy
tap.
tap.
tap tap. Boop, boop.
Man, the brightness of
Everyone
that
loves the low
nozzle is
salt
gonna,
sensor.
the brightness of that nozzle is gonna bug the crap out of me now, and I'm very tempted to put something on it.
Hilarious.
It's too reflective.
I see some folks in the chat talking about StreamYard. I feel like I've used StreamYard before, but it was ages ago. Also, I feel like for some reason the fan may have just shot something in my eye. So I'm like, why do I feel like I have something in my eye all of a sudden?
Your printer's trying to blind you.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's continue running calibrations and tests.
Oh, we've got some purge. Very nice. It looks like very HD purge. I wasn't
HD
sure.
purge.
I wasn't sure if my nozzle was in focus, but
Oh, it's super. It's very
God,
in focus.
I love this camera so much.
Oh no, it's not sticking. There we go. There we go. Oh no. Get off the nozzle. Oh no, it's schmutz.
See, it's already dirty, and I just cleaned it.
This is actually really.
I know, right? It's you just end up watching it for hours. I was printing something for the video that's coming up on it, and I was printing something in the background, and for like 40 minutes straight, I was doing nothing but looking at it when I didn't have to. Like, I had a game open, I was playing because it was just recording in the background, but like, I just kept looking at it. Yeah, it's just too nice.
Yeah, no, that's. But also, it definitely looks like it's going down good.
Hmm.
It's looking like a good.
Would you like to add a nozzle camera to your printer?
Maybe. I don't know. That's pretty cool.
I mean,
What's the camera?
So it's an endoscope camera. It's specifically a HD endoscope camera, which just means it's 720p. But
Okay.
it just looks so nice though. Because you can get like really cheap ones, but the quality on them is they're usually like 360 or 480.
Oh no, I'd want something juicy.
Yeah, no, this is the 720p one. You can get them for like I think you can get them in like full HD, like 1080p, but then the price ends up being redonkulous, and you end up having to deal with a chunk of a camera as well. But yeah, no, this one's tiny and 720p, and yeah, I'll send you the link to the video later. It should be coming out on next Monday.
Yeah, a
On the
balance
YouTubes.
between like quality and size feels like
Yeah, I mean this camera's like I think £13.
Oh, that's cheap.
Exactly. I mean, you can get the really cheap ones for like 7 or 8, but yeah, £13 for a quality like this, it's worth it.
All right, I'm definitely seeing a bit of lube build up to either side. I feel like I may have over lubed my rods, guys.
I think this specific print does have some gyroed infill, so we will watch the gyroed. It's very nice.
Look at it go.
Yeah, I just end up watching it for hours again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see.
Like, I'm already looking at my printer whilst it's at my desk, and now I get to see exactly. Oh, what happened there? Oh.
What happened?
Okay, let's play a game.
Oh,
Hold
no.
on.
Oh no.
Let's play a game. What is missing from my printer setup?
What's going on here?
Filament.
Oh no.
I've completely took out the filament and forgot about it.
So this just printed with what was left in there?
Yeah, so I cut it off because I was lazy. I didn't feed it back.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well,
It actually got surprisingly far with just a bit of purge.
wow, look at that. Look at that quality. Wow. Ooh. Ooh,
Yep,
baby.
Yep. Wow.
Okay, let's feed in some filament and try that again.
Yeah. Yeah, good try though. All right, mine's going through. It's still going through its paces.
My God, that was stuck on.
It is the new texture surface setting.
Sorry?
I was gonna say there was a comment. It's the new texture surface setting. Very texture.
Very texture.
Very texture.
Right. Oh, if I... Oh, God damn it. I'm in a stupid position where if I tell it to unfeed my thing, it's just gonna do nothing because it's already past the point where it's past the extruder gear. So I'm just gonna feed new filament into it and hope it works.
I guess you're gonna find out, huh? All right.
Right. Let's get rid of that. Are you working on any new projects? Anything
Who, me?
you want? Yeah, you want to share anything?
So I have started a couple of things that all my tests are done. Check
Ooh.
marks. All good.
Very nice.
The happy guy. It's
Just a happy little guy.
just a happy little guy. Yeah, I think my Mark IV is pretty okay. Like, I didn't like fully disassemble it or anything, but again, it's been printing fine, so I don't really feel the need to go into any sort of like truly crazy maintenance or anything like that. I think I gave it a good run. I might remove some of the excess lube because it's looking a little too lubey. Yeah, maybe a bit lubey. Hold on just a second. Let me auto home you. So I don't have a ton to show. I've got a little bit of something I can show. But like I've got a couple of things in mind that I want to do. Admittedly, I have what feels like what should be a nice small easy project, which I feel like
they all start off as nice small easy projects, don't they?
No, they don't actually. A lot of mine start off as big and then get bigger. So but I definitely feel like I don't know that it will stay small. You're right. Or just actually be small. It's I got some nice goodies from Pimeroni. And that included a Plasma 2350 with the new Raspberry Pi chip
What's
on
that?
it. Come on, focus. Yeah, this
That
guy.
looks fancy. What does it do?
Nice little. It's basically a little LED strip driver with some nice extra pinouts and stuff like that. All very like this is a Pimeroni board, so it's like you can see the pirate on the back. And they're so nice. They're so lovely. But it came with, if I can actually pull it out, this like ridiculous quantity of like LED, like star LED fairy lights, and these are individually addressable. So I had the idea because why is this? Sorry, I just noticed that a random. Oh, okay. This is the sensor. The lighting in this room isn't great. You can't tell right now because I've got a giant softbox light on me.
Nice.
But like the actual just like general room lighting is not amazing. And I keep adding more lights to try and make it a bit better. But the end of the space where like my actual desk is not great. It needs more lights. So I had the idea that I could string up these fairy lights, and I could use the plasma to power them. But I then had the idea, wow, this has got a bunch of extra pinouts, you know, like it's got a send and receive, you know, it's got a clock, it's got a data line, it's got a bunch of stuff. So what if I use a little time of flight sensor like this in here, if I can get it to focus? Yep. Thank you, camera. Do you know what a time of flight sensor is?
It's basically just a fancy distance sensor.
Yes, it is a fancy distance sensor. And I can use this so that the lights turn on when I enter the room. And not just turn on, but like get brighter the closer I get to that end of the room.
Okay.
So a sort of fancy automated light system that is distance based, but also, of course, has a party mode as well.
Of course, there's always needs to be a party mode.
Individually adjustable LEDs, I think, are contractually obligated to do rainbows.
Absolutely.
So, like, I'll set it up with the time of flight sensor and like a few additional buttons and stuff like that, so that it can both kind of react to my presence to turn on, but also I can like switch it to an always on mode, or party mode. And yeah, this feels like a nice small project, nothing too crazy. Whether or not it actually ends up being that way, we'll see. Of course, I'll design and 3D print a nice little enclosure for the electronics, as you do. But the other thing, the thing that I actually used the honka-chonk nozzle for, I need to remove it from this thing, is actually a experiment that I want to do with slip casting, which is what the ceramics process I use to make my knee vases from my 3D printed knee, which I still have here.
Yeah.
3D printed knee. For those of you in the audience who aren't sure why I'm holding 3D printed knee bones, these are my knee bones. I broke my leg 2 years ago, or a little over 2 years ago now. You can see the tremendous break in the bone. I feel like that printer sounds like it's had better days.
Well, it currently thinks it's purging. I
Right,
believe
that would be why it's making crunchy sounds.
I mean, okay. Well, I removed the filament that was stuck in the tube, but now it seems to not want to suck up the filament again. Maybe I just need more. I just need to apply more pressure.
This will go well, I'm sure. This will definitely go well.
I'm a professional. I have been printing for all of time. Insert years here.
Time. There's some years there.
Ejecting. What are you ejecting? There's nothing in there. Continue. Okay, it's sucking. Okay.
You're going to be taking your printer apart more than you.
Oh no! Here it goes. Here it goes. Is it purging? Purge.
Extruder on the mini is generally quite noisy anyway.
There it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Woo. That's good.
When I first got the mini, I thought there's something wrong with this. I contacted support and sent them a video. They were like, "Yeah, it's fine." I was like, "Okay." And I ended up getting 3 minis in total, and they're all the same. So I was like, "Fair enough."
Okay.
It's just a noisy printer.
That's a relief. I've never owned a mini, so I'm unfamiliar with the noises it makes. I'm glad it got through.
We will.
So yes, there was a question. How's your troubleshooting going, Joseph?
So it's funny you should ask, because I'm currently trying to look for the second one of these. It's just disappeared off of my desk. Can't find it on the floor. It's the
yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, no,
it's got to be
know
somewhere.
what that is. Yeah, it's definitely somewhere. You might find it days later, but
is it magnetic? Can you just walk around with a magnet on a stick?
It is plastic.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I think they're made out of Delrin. Otherwise, I would just 3D print a replacement if it was.
I'm sure you could still 3D print a replacement.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like standard plastic. In fact, are you sure it's plastic? I feel like it's aluminum. Maybe it is Delrin.
It's got kind of plasticky. Let's see if that focuses.
It's trying.
Yeah, no, yours does look. It does look plasticky.
There we go.
Oh
I feel
yeah.
like mine doesn't look like that. I feel like mine looks like it's made out of a different material.
Oh no, mine looks plasticky.
Huh.
Yeah. They cheaped out on the new ones.
I don't know. Weird. Very weird.
Right. Well, once
But yes,
again. Yeah.
Yeah. Once more into the fray.
We've got 9 minutes left on the score.
Well, I was gonna say I'm pretty much done. So
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna get to another printer tonight. Like I think I'm happy with one printer.
That's fair.
But but I did want to show the weird thing that I used the giant nozzle for.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do another slip casting project, but I wanted to slip cast something that would actually like where the layer lines are part of the aesthetic as opposed to something to hide. Because I find that an interesting concept. Like a lot of times people 3D print stuff and they want to hide the layer lines, you know?
Oh no, I want a 3D printed house with the layer lines.
Yeah, layer lines I think can be a really interesting aesthetic. So I was kind of like, I want to print something with the largest nozzle possible to print with on one of these machines, which again is 1.8.
Yeah.
And so I designed basically like a part to use to make a plaster mold from this. So it looks a little weird because basically it's got the piece that I'm going to make out of clay, but then it's got like a base bit as well. And I designed kind of the walls of the mold and the whole thing kind of slots in.
Okay.
And then I've got little divider pieces, and then I'm going to use this to basically pour the plaster into. But if I can get this up, you can see like
those are
layers on this.
Wow, looks
this is,
good.
I think, a 1.4 millimeter layer.
Wow.
It's so
that
big.
That top surface
chunky.
doesn't look very.
No, see this, and this is where that well, actually, to be fair, this is a slightly different issue. I basically tried to iron it so it would be totally smooth because obviously you can kind of see what it looks like without the ironing underneath it. Like you get these huge thick lines, but I didn't want that.
Okay.
So I tried to iron it, and the ironing basically just was struggling a bit. So I couldn't really afford to reprint this a million times because it uses so much filament.
Fair.
So I was just like, what I'm actually going to do, like for the sake of like this specific project, it's fine because what I can do when I go to make the plaster mold is I can actually just take some wet clay and kind of smooth that into the, I can just basically fill in all the gaps with wet clay and let that harden a little bit. And then long as I applied the mold release to the whole thing,
should be fine.
It won't, the plaster won't stick to it. So that will, I think, get the job done. But yeah, I wanted those real thick layers and also I feel like the end result of this might end up looking like 3D printed ceramics, which is a little silly, but also I don't have a ceramic 3D printer. So if I can make something that looks like it was made with a ceramic 3D printer without one,
that would be pretty cool.
I'll be happy. So these are some things I'm working on. I'm also working on a commission to make whiskey cups, whiskey glasses, but also out of clay. And I'm using custom 3D printed ceramics tools to kind of help me make the shape. I need to actually start posting the videos about that because I'm gonna do like a short form series for that one.
Okay.
And then I might actually make a functional axe base because the internet has lost their frickin' minds over the fact that I made one that isn't a functional base. So I might make one.
Don't give in to the pressure.
Well, the honestly, the only reason why I kind of want to do it, well, two reasons. One, to prove I can, but also to prove that it's actually probably easier to make a real base than to make what I did.
Uh-huh.
But also, so many people have expressed like wanting it
Hmm.
that I feel like if I make it and then put it on eBay,
Someone might
maybe I
buy
can
it.
actually make some money
Why not?
from it. So we'll see. We'll see. But so that's a maybe. That's definitely a maybe. There's another thing that is a kind of slightly more in the future thing. Last year, I did a collaboration with a glass artist,
Okay.
which was really cool. Um, she had an idea for basically like a motorized platform with LEDs in it.
Okay.
And these pieces of glass, in fact, actually, I can show you one of them. She sent me one for testing. She made these beautiful kind of like glass rods
Uh-huh.
that like were all different. They're all unique. And they
Yeah.
kind of stuck into these slots, and the LEDs kind of shone the light through the glass.
Oh, awesome.
And the whole thing rotated. I have some video
Yeah.
of it on my Instagram.
Yeah, check it out. So
Stunning.
it's linked in the description for anybody wondering. So,
She won awards for it actually, which was really awesome.
nice.
But she's super cool. She's an Irish artist, and she's really creative. And like, I love the fact that she does this thing that I actually know nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
I do so many things. I have my hands in so many different like mediums and stuff like that I know a little bit about a lot of things. Glass making, like glass blowing, fuck off.
I want to try it, but yeah.
Like it's super cool. But like the fact that she's like an expert at this thing that I know nothing about is like really weirdly exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But she wants to do some more stuff that like kind of integrates glass work and electronics and 3D printing and stuff. And I'm like, let's do it. She's opening up a studio in Cork, Ireland.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's not that far from here. I think that we can collaborate on a video. So I think 2025 will involve going to Cork and doing some sort of weird glass electronics 3D printed project. And I'm really excited about it because she's really talented. Her name's Sophie Longwell.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, she's a glass artist. So
Awesome.
yeah, I like combining technology with like traditional art forms. It feels nice.
No, I love it. Right, so the call will end in 2 minutes. So if you want to disappear, we won't hold you for much longer.
Well, it feels like it feels like the chance to like duck out gracefully as I have completed my my maintenance. But I feel bad because I feel like y'all are still working.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm no, don't worry about it at all.
You look frustrated right now. You look like
I can't find it.
It has to be somewhere. If you had it at the beginning, it has to be somewhere.
That's so frustrating. Also, your print is looking great, by the way, which is excellent. Like you're on your way. I think you'll find the piece eventually, Joseph. I believe in you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for folks watching, before I get cut off, you should definitely give me a follow.
Absolutely.
If you wanna continue to see what I do with this thing.
Everybody do.
Again,
all your stuff is linked in the description. Oh, and they're gone. Well, okay. Well, like I said, all of their stuff all of their things are linked in the description. I will not be disappearing yet. I will be sticking around for a little bit longer. So if you guys wanna hang out with me, feel free. I might have Joseph join, depending on how he feels like. I'm going to be watching this print for a second. Right, let me figure out why my face camera is not facing. That's, because it's not activated. Activate. Please work. Yay, it worked. Okay. Also, let's grab this and we'll put it here. I'm working on this. Hold on. Oh no, what did I do? Cool. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's do that. Okay. Cool. Oh,
I didn't want to be in front.
you're not. It's like, I guess, here-ish.
I'm not taking this.
I will stand here. Oh, thank you. I have been handed food. Thank you so much. I want to drink. Cool. Right. So, I will hang out for a little bit longer, if you guys want to hang out with me. Joseph, nice trying. Okay, cool. Right, Joseph, if you want to jump on Discord or something, feel free. Unless you also want to skedaddle, then I won't be mad. I will maybe turn on my my chat script for some funsies, if you guys are interested. This one. Oh no, I'm like 10 updates behind. Pyro has been working very hard on keeping my script up to date, and I've not merged my repositories yet. Let's run this, and apparently I don't have Flask installed. What on earth are you talking about? What? Right. Apparently I don't have Flask installed. That is fantastic. How... Right, yeah, so like I said, all of Allie's stuff are linked down in the description below, their Instagram, and breaking everything on my screen currently. Their Instagrams and their YouTubes. Great person, love their content. Why is this not working? Why is Flask not installed? Flask has always been installed. It's like the main thing I use. Am I running the right thing? I am. Why is it broken? Okay, well, I guess ChatScript does not want to be running today. Okay, well, ChatScript doesn't run. Anywho. Is that printing fine? That layer doesn't look too good. It seems to be fine. Oh, thank you. Oh, I did not notice that Joseph was here. Hello, Joseph.
Hello.
Right. Right, I was trying to get my chat script to work, but apparently it's decided not to. Did you find the piece yet?
No, I'm still looking for it.
It couldn't have gone far.
It really couldn't have done, but I have no idea where it's gone, and it's getting to me now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be one of those where it's a series of unfortunate events where like it fell off your desk, landed on your foot as you like got up, and you like accidentally kicked it off, and it landed somewhere in the dark corner.
I've run something over before with the wheels of my chair, and it's got caught inside the wheel, and I've looked for it for hours. And
has the same thing
in the wheel
happened?
of my chair. I haven't checked yet. Checking now.
Right, let me...
I wish I'd got my camera working before the stream so that I could have one of the cameras on the desk so that I'd be able to go back and see where it ended up.
I mean, I'm not particularly thrilled with my camera doing whatever it felt like it was doing. Very annoying. Switch branch.
I've just found it.
Yay!
It was in my shoe.
What?
It
How
was
did it end up in there?
so I'm not wearing my shoes. They're just to the side of my desk.
Oh, I see.
But it had got in there, rolled all the way to the end. I'm happy now.
Those pesky prints. I'm actually kind of frustrated with how shiny my nozzle is now. It's too clean. It's too shiny.
You get a graduated ND filter for your really small lens so that it has a bit of a gradient to it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's worth however much it costs.
Or just Sharpie the top section of the lens.
I've considered that. Oh, I was gonna Sharpie the nozzle. Why the heck is this not working?
Could you cast a shadow on the light so cover maybe some of the light?
On the printer?
Yeah, so I know it's a really small LED that's lighting it up, but if you could put something in between the nozzle and the LED to cast a shadow on the top half of the nozzle.
I mean, I don't think it's that much of an issue. So if I can play around with the exposure. So usually I have it at like -8, so it looks like this. Oh, why did it freeze? Never mind. That seems okay. I might also tilt it down a little bit. I feel like I'm seeing too much of the nozzle. I am so gosh darn happy with this nozzle camera. It's just turned out so good.
How is the ASA holding up?
Great. Haven't had an issue with it.
I see in the video, I'm not going to go into too much details because let's go and watch it when it's out, but you had to make a slight modification
Adjustment, yeah.
to it. Is that, was it bent out of shape after it being printed, or?
No, I've had the same issues with the PETG test prints I've done beforehand. So it was kind of expected. It's just, you know, prints do printy things.
Yeah.
And, yeah. It's not that big of an issue. I mean, just a little bit of heat and it's back to where it's supposed to be.
I've got some nice polycarbonate with carbon fibre in it now, so if you do need it reprinted, let me know.
Tempting, but I don't think I need it. Seems a little overkill. Honestly, I highly recommend you have one. Get one. I mean, I was only able to make the mount for the Prusa Mini because that's the only printer I, use on the daily anymore. But like, I would really like to make more mounts for more printers. What do you mean we miss you? He's not gone anyway, he's still here.
I think I had my mic muted, so I was speaking.
No.
What was I saying? You could download the STLs from like Prusa's website and model it based on that.
Yeah, but without testing, I don't want to... I don't want to put it out there without knowing that it definitely works. There's only so much modeling you can do in CAD. But
Is Maximum Bombastic referring to missing me today, just now, or in general?
I don't know.
Visible on the stream.
I don't know. I meant a couple streams. Yeah.
I'm surprised there's not been some conspiracy where people thought that we'd fallen out.
I'm also surprised at this. It's mostly because people just really like the text-to-speech, and yeah, it just boosts the engagement. Because, like, when there's no filter, people like to say shit. But, yeah.
I was present on the Patreon. Oh, I'm not allowed to speak about the secret stream, am I?
You're allowed to mention that it exists. It just ends up
On
being
the recent-
Sorry.
I was on a recent secret stream, so if you do want to support Tom on Patreon, you'll get to hear and see, maybe, more of me.
It just ends up being a long conversation with me where I just hung out in a Discord room for hours. There we go. It's a subscriber. TTS.
Now trying to align. What was that, sorry?
I was reading.
TTS got laggy than Joseph, yeah. But TTS and Joseph are a lot less laggier than Tom reading it, so.
Ouch. I've been practicing.
You have. You've been doing very well. And I have noticed in recent streams you've been pretty good at reading.
I've been reading
Sounds a bit
a.
condescending.
I've been reading a book. I'm learning.
Maximum Bombastic says, I was on vacation, so I couldn't join any secret streams. I walked across an entire island.
Wow. Which island? Was it Malta? Malta? I never know how to pronounce it.
Never buy a domain name from Malta unless you want hassle.
Why?
So I bought. This is.
Wait, what's the what's their what are the letters at the end?
.mt. So if you go to 3dp.mt, it goes to my 3D printing website.
Okay.
But so it was one of those midnight impulse buys. I thought, oh, I can get this. I'll get this now. And as with UK domains and .com domains, it's kind of instant. So I thought, oh yeah, let's do it. So I did it, bought it, and didn't realise that I then had to fill out several forms and provide my ID, photographic ID, to the Maltese government. Before they would give me a domain, and they
Interesting.
kind of made me declare that I wasn't going to be using the domain for anything bad. They basically they made me justify my impulse buy. They were like, so why do you want this domain? And I was like, well, I have a 3D printing website that's 3D print my thing, and I thought 3dp.mt would be pretty nifty. But, yeah.
I mean, that
was
kind
my
of makes sense
justification
because I'm pretty sure Malta likes to host a lot of RR stuff.
RR?
RR, open seas.
I think it was the University of Malta that deals with the distribution of their domains. Quite interesting process, really, but definitely not impulse buy worthy.
I mean,
Maximum Bombastic walked across Gran Canaria, 70 kilometers and 2,700 meter altitude gained. My couch potato legs still hurt 2 days later.
Wow, that's a lot of walking out of nowhere.
Did you
Do you
go to any of the other Canary Islands? like Lanzarote, or what's the other one? Tenerife, that's what I'm trying to think of.
I've
Or
not
there's
been.
Madeira, a bit further up, that has the toboggan ride that Tom Scott's been on, where you sit in a wicker basket and get pushed down, basically down the whole of the island, or one side of the island.
Interesting.
Maximum Bombastic says they've been to 6 of the Canary Islands, but by bicycle. I didn't know you could cycle over the water.
You just get some pontoons. Not a problem.
When I went to the Canary Islands, I didn't realise how far away it was. I was expecting it to be sort of Europe plane flight distance, so
Yeah.
like maybe 2 hours, 2-3 hours. No, it was like 4.5 hours. I was sitting on
Oh,
the
geez.
plane thinking this is taking its time, and yeah, it was then I realised how far away it actually was.
That was me in America. What do you mean the flight from California to California is, was it 2 hours?
Yeah, something like that.
It's the same that's how long it takes me to get from England to Poland. What do you mean it's that long? No. Just turns out that American scale is very different.
Landing in San Francisco was the bumpiest landing I've ever had. Don't know if you remember that.
No, I don't.
It was,
Which is funny because you went on a lot more
bumpy.
flights than I have.
Yeah. Good times.
I think Dan's basically
Maximum
invited me
Bombastic.
over for next year again, but I'm not confirming that
Next
one.
year or this year?
Sorry, this year, but I don't want to have that financial responsibility again.
That's fair enough. Yeah. I'd go again, but obviously I wouldn't go on my own. It'd be fun to go with other people, i.e. you.
We'll see. Maybe a brand will pay for my travel and lodging. That would be nice. But yeah, without it, I think I'm a pass. I'd love to, but you know how it is.
Yeah. Maximum Bombastic says there are ferries that connect them. Yes, the distance between them are easily underestimated. Ferries take quite a while.
Okay. Well, I guess my printer is now maintenanced. I'm still not loving the spool holder. It likes to wiggle, and when I have a heavy spool, it likes to tip the whole printer over. But I don't love all the other solutions. Like I don't like having the filament spool next to it. Might have to revisit this problem again in the future. I also don't love the underneath the printer filament holders. Mostly because I don't want to have to pick up my printer every time I want to change the spool. Unless I get like a 5 kilo spool, then maybe. Can I make my own 5 kilo spool of filament? DIY 5 kilo spool of filament.
Why would you want to?
I don't know. Just prevents me from having to swap it. I can confirm that my print looks basically as good as it did. Actually, no, it does look a little bit better after cleaning. Let me see. Let me see if I can show you. I can't. Never mind. It looks pretty nice. Oh, come on, get off. Beautiful. Now I have 2 subscribe plaques. Subscriber. During the video, I decided to have a print running in the background the whole time for eye candy, obviously, and I ended up having to slow the print down to 10% of the speed because it was literally like this, which is a 21-minute print. So I had to print it at 10% speed in order for it to take as long as it took me to record. I'm so happy with that video. I'm itching to release it.
Well, you've only got 1 more week to go, if that's the next video.
I know. I mean, it's fine. I literally just recorded the ad integration for it, which, by the way, on Patreon, no ad. But yeah, it's come on, I'm pushing the bubble liquid aside. I am excited for it. I'm still gonna make a little tweaks, but very excited.
And is it still your first first scripted video?
I mean,
Did
fully
you ad-lib
scripted,
in
yeah.
the end?
I mean, I always ad-lib. I was reading a sponsor spot and I ad-libbed some of it just because, like, it sounds better if I say it like this now. Sometimes things just sound differently when you say them. But yeah, it was good. Right. Yeah, I think I'm... Hello, IQ. How are you? Right, I'm gonna go and put the printer back in my cupboard because it's in the way. I should actually probably check whether this one works, but I can only check if it works in the cupboard. Let's chuck it back in. I should have cleaned the cupboard too, but whatever. Get in there. Alright, that's done. Plug it back in. Where's the button? There we go. Switch it on. And
Are you in a position to take a question while you're doing that?
yeah.
So Maximum Bombastic asks, do you sometimes re-upload videos after releasing on Patreon when you make the public release? Sometimes my comments and likes are gone after it shows up on YouTube.
There are 2 different videos. So there's the Patreon one, which is admittedly not always fully polished. I assume they can hear me, right? Because I'm not sure if my microphone's picking me up. Okay, cool. So, admittedly, sometimes I rush to release them. Not rush, but I like things out for you guys as soon as it's ready and the video's ready. So, usually you guys get the freshest stuff, and then I either tune it slightly or like trim some more fat out of it, and then eventually it goes up on YouTube. But usually it's 2 different versions, which is why I don't always love when people leave likes and comments on the Patreon one. I mean, I do because I see that you guys actually watch it, and that makes me feel happy. But then I don't get the same interaction and click through on the main video, which again doesn't bother me too much. I appreciate that you guys are watching it. But yeah, it's usually 2 separate videos. Also, because now I have ads in my videos, I tend to upload ad-free versions to my Patreon. I say tend to because I'm Did I? No, I don't think I have uploaded a Patreon exclusive early access video with an ad roll. Would have been weird if I did. But yeah. I hope that answers the question.
So, Maximum Bombastic says, oh, I see, so does it make sense to like the unlisted video? I always click like immediately. And IQ Workshop says, will you be at Maker Central this year?
I did agree to be there. I mean, I'm on the site as far as I'm aware because they emailed me asking me if I will be. I said yes. In what capacity is yet to be decided. I might be there one of the 2 days. I'm not 100% sure, but most likely I will probably be there. I will probably be able to answer that question better the closer to the date. But yeah, one of the 2 days I'll be there. Maybe.
What is the date for Maker Central?
That is a very good question. March something. One moment. Maker Central. Go away. 17th and 18th.
Of March?
Yes. May, sorry.
May.
Ooh.
Okay.
Exhibiting. Colin Furs, the main attraction. Where is visitors, highlights, workshops, makers? Colin Furs, people. There I am. Look at me.
So I don't have anything in my calendar for then at the moment, so it's possible that I'd be up for it.
Project Ad's
Which-
going to be there this year. Nice. Yeah, I mean,
It's
I'm...
beneficial to you because I can drive us.
That is very beneficial. I'm happy to go, but like I said, I'm not sure if I want to be there for both days.
Understood.
We'll see. Huh, pretty much everyone from last year is going to be here again, so... A lot of people. A lot of people. A lot of faces I don't recognize and I've probably walked past without realizing. Oh look! Katz is going to be there. Woohoo! Who are you? Why do I recognize your face?
Hello everyone.
Shh. Oh, maybe I don't. I thought I did. Clearly not.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another 3D Revolution.
My goodness, shush. So loud.
If you scroll back to the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
I've got quite a delayed stream going on here at the moment. 'Cause
Of
I'm
Maker
watching the
Central?
YouTube version. Yeah, of Maker Central. Ah, that's better. Yeah, if you scroll back to the list, scroll up, down. So that Ola Carl, up one more. In the middle,
Mm-hmm.
Ola Carlson. He was the person that gave us the gift.
Oh, the
stickers,
poison!
remember? Yeah.
I have that somewhere. Oh yeah.
So in Swedish, gift means poison.
That is funny. Uh-oh. Well, I guess we're leaving Instagram. Goodbye. Yeah. Sweet. Let's get off my screen. Ta-da. I thought she was gonna be there IRL. Allie was a super cool guest. Okay, cool. I thought she... Oh, I see. Yeah, we don't really have enough space to have guests in here, so it's all virtual meetings.
So
I
IQ
should...
Workshop was, so he says, I'm there both days. I was the guy last year with the orange stream controller on my arm, streaming on Twitch.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Yes, I remember. Because I asked you questions and then we had a... Well, we were live on YouTube at the same time as you were live on Twitch. Huh. Fun times. I knew I recognized it from the name from somewhere, but I couldn't remember where it was. That makes sense.
I'm gonna have to take a screw out of one of my other printers just to figure out what size it's meant to be on this one.
Mm. I'm doing the most boring thing in existence right now. I'm going through the satisfactory map and seeing where the SAM ores are. Because I'm planning a factory. It's the nerdy shit I do. How is there only like 3 pure SAM nodes on this whole map? I'm currently connected to this impure node here, which is kind of a pain, but I think it's producing enough SAM for me to do everything I need to. I'm just kind of stockpiling it for now.
Game I've been playing recently is Left 4 Dead.
Oh.
Left 4 Dead 2.
Ooh, how's that?
Yeah, it's alright. I have a friend who I play with. We've been playing a few Steam Workshop maps. Christmas themed while it's kind of still relevant.
Christmas. Whilst it's still cold as shit outside. Very nice.
I'm just putting the last 2 screws on this printer.
Finally.
Actually, not the last 2 because I've got the new Wi-Fi and NFC bits to screw on.
Your printer has NFC now?
Yeah. So you can, I don't know what it's for, but it's so you can...
Is it for
think it's so you
filament
can
so you
easily-
can tap it and it knows what
No,
filament is
I
in?
think it's so you can scan your phone with the ProofShare app and connect your printer to Wi-Fi without having to type on your printer. That's the example I've seen online.
But you don't have to tap. Wait,
No.
do you? I'm trying to remember how I had to connect it to Wi-Fi, but I don't remember.
So with the Mini, you have to take the memory stick out and
Oh, yeah.
edit the Wi-Fi config file.
Oh, yeah, no, that seems way easier than even tapping with the NFC thing. But yeah, okay, fair. I mean, they've been trying to push an open source protocol for filament stuff. I don't know if you've heard of that.
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, it's basically what Bamboo Lab does with their NFC filament tags, but open source so that you don't have to deal with that proprietary BS, but also it will kind of work with any filament you want. So maybe eventually in Clipper there'll be, if there isn't already, an option where you can just add an NFC thing, and it will just add all the correct settings to your thing.
For Maker Central, are you planning on any content or a stream if you do end up going?
No. I don't think in the long term they don't perform relatively well. And honestly, it's mostly just a good opportunity to hang out with people.
Yeah.
Which
that's
is not
fair
something
enough.
I get to do. I get to make content all day, every day. hanging out with people that watch my content is something I can do on a very few occasions. So probably not. Probably just gonna take it easy once again. I will disappoint James Bruton once again. Right.
There's still 12 people watching.
I know, I'm like considering saying goodbyes because why is there ketchup in the background? And what's the white sauce? The white sauce is vegan mayonnaise. And it's in the background because I had burgers earlier. So that's why they're there. Yeah, I think I'm about done here today.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I will, well, videos coming out next week. You guys already know what it's about. I don't have a video to work on right now. I've finished making the Nozzle video and then I'm like, oh, I have nothing else planned. So I will probably be figuring out something. Going to bounce out. Hopefully you and Mega Central. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you very much, and I'll see you. Well, I guess next live stream after the week after. We'll be back to normal. It'll be a regular, chaotic live stream as you all love. Yeah.
Goodbye.
You can make a video where you just relax for 20 minutes. Yeah, I don't think that's going to perform relatively well considering how well my end of Rio review video did.
You should do a raw dog video for Patreon where you just sit there for an hour doing nothing. That came out a bit wrong. You know how people raw dog fight.
I got what you meant, but it did take me a second. Oh boy.
Raw dog video coming soon to a Patreon near you.
Definitely not.
But you could just do an hour sitting there doing nothing.
I mean, that's basically what I do by playing Satisfactory for hours on end.
Maximum Bombastic says pedicure session video.
Pedicure session video. No? Why would I spend money on a pedicure? Why? I don't. Yeah, no, I think I'm good. I mean, I've got some stuff under my fingernails. I can probably just pull that out. That's it.
Is a pedicure the feet one, or is that?
Oh shit! No, pedicure is the feet one because it's pedicure manicure. Huh. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not getting my feet done.
DIY Dremel pedicure session.
I mean, no, but I did have an auntie who trimmed her nails with an angle grinder at one point. I'm trying to figure out how related to her I am. I think she's just my uncle's wife. Yeah, my uncle's wife. My mum's brother's wife. My uncle's wife. With fire. No. Oh shit, I have to release a fucking video. Crap. Okay, no, surprise, there's a video coming out today because I promised them that I'll release it today and I didn't want to release it at a good time. Enjoy, surprise video. Don't I don't stand behind most of the things I said in it, and I did it for the money, but surprise video, enjoy. Take it as content and nothing else.
Oh, this is the video you got your endoscope cameras in, though.
Yes.
There we go.
Which is partially related, but also if you actually end up so this is funny because they gave me these links like pretty much as I when I made the video, but they gave me the links, and currently the endoscope camera I bought is discontinued, which is very annoying.
Do you get a kickback if I
No.
click on the links or buy anything through the
No.
links?
No, I just get a flat rate for the whole video. That was it. Which is why I have no incentive to promote it or to actually make it a good video. I did almost accidentally get them to sponsor the Nozzle camera video, but I realized I'm hoping that video does I'm hoping that video does well, which actually would have meant I would have been getting paid less than with my regular sponsor. So I got like 75 quid worth of free stuff and a flat fee for the video, so I'm happy. It's not a great video, but it's there.
Have you done the blink twice because I'm in sponsor hell thing on it? Or...
No, but I've mentioned this to I think you and Get Lifty, where if you see, I'm not going to be able to zoom in on it, am I? Fuck it. If you see this face in a thumbnail, the video is basically a cash grab.
Yep, fair enough.
It's not a rug pull, so I'm better than the Haktua girl.
Maximum Bombastic says, looks like a typo in the title. Isn't it supposed to be stuff? Or was one of the items literally a staff?
Okay, English is an annoying language. Is it supposed to be with a U or an A?
U.
Okay,
Stuff.
cool. Okay. Yeah, English is a confusing language, and I always get those two confused. So I always spell stuff as in, look at the stuff, and I always spell it with an A for some reason. But yes, thank you. We have now corrected the error. Okay, right, I'm actually disappearing now. Right, again, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and all that stuff. And I will see you on next week's video, and the week after that we'll do a live stream.